Welcome back for another video. We're currently in northern Wyoming, where we kick things off with some much needed hot springs to warm our bones after days in the cold. With our sights set on Grand Teton, we pushed north, but Mother Nature had other plans. Ran straight into freezing temperatures.
They don't like to start when it's that cold. Hopefully it starts.
Let's hit the road and see where it takes us.
Welcome back everybody for another video. And today, first thing, what we're doing is there's a hot spring on our way to Jackson, Wyoming. And we are going to go check it out. There's two hot springs here. One of them is a natural one and one of them is not. And of course we're going to the natural one. So let's go see what it's about. We'll see how much filming we can do. However, with all the people in there, probably we'll try to sneak a few shots of it. But let's go check out the hot spring. We're pretty far from it right there, but there is a hot spring across right over there. And if you guys can see, that river over there has steam in it. Let's go check it out. I gotta say guys, Wyoming is absolutely beautiful in some areas, obviously. But this area, like, I love the style of those houses, like the log cabin style. It looks similar to BC, but the elevation is insane out here. Like, we don't have that. But yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. We went to a saloon, and it's literally straight out of a Western movie. Like, maybe it was just that one in Alpine. The food, everything is like straight out of a Western movie. It was really cool. I didn't bring the camera along, unfortunately, but you know, not everybody likes being filmed while they're at a restaurant. And I used to say salon, and that's definitely not how you say it. I also used to say Grand Teton or Teton, and it's Grand Teton, not what I was saying. But anyways, and the people around, super friendly. Like some of the friendliest people we've met so far in the US. So thank you all for being, you know, true cowboys and real good people. So we got two pools and a river, snow-capped mountains and everything. Really hot right there. Yeah, that's as much filming as we're gonna do in here, just to respect everybody's privacy here, of course. Yeah, pretty nice, considering it was -2 last night, degrees Celsius. Anyway.
That was an amazing time soaking in the hot springs. We're just gonna get all changed up, showered up, and then get back on the road to Jackson.
Well guys, that was absolutely amazing. Of a nice hot pool, natural hot pool, which is amazing. But we got to go find camp for the night. But we're really happy we found that. That was a huge change from Mexico, obviously. Instead of a beautiful ocean, you got an amazing hot spring and a beautiful mountain backdrop and all that. So let's go find camp for the night, and we'll see where we end up. We're gonna be probably closer to Jackson, or if not in Jackson, we'll find out here in a bit. Well, guys, we're driving through Teton National Park, and we're trying to find camping around here. There is a spot. There's a lot of snow since this is the off season, but I think we're gonna find a spot here. We're what, 20 minutes out, 15 minutes out, something like that. But the peaks are absolutely gorgeous. We'll be able to show that to you guys maybe a little later, maybe tomorrow. Jackson doesn't really have much for camping. You're not allowed to camp anywhere. Every parking lot says no camping, so we had to kind of get out of Jackson a little ways. Anyway, we'll catch you guys up here once we get to camp. Well, guys, we found our campsite. We're not very straight. However, we've had probably a more sideways sleep before. It's tough to find camping around here, and the park is closed, so there's no camping open. But anyways, it's gonna be a chilly one tonight, and in the morning we'll show you guys around. It's pretty beautiful out here. Morning, everybody. We are in probably one of the more busy areas of the US through the summertime, I would think. I know Yellowstone gets quite busy, but Teton National Park is absolutely beautiful. We set in for a really chilly night. As you guys can see, there's probably, in the sunny sides, there's probably about 2 feet of snow in some areas. Yeah, it was a brisk negative 11 degrees Celsius last night, so it's quite cold. But guys, look at that backdrop. It's absolutely gorgeous. We got that spring water runoff. I might suction out of here. Look how clean that water is. We got the beautiful mountains. So that's Mount Teton right there. Teton National Park. Gorgeous. I kind of can't believe how much snow is left out here. However, I did look how high we are in elevation, and where we are right now is roughly 6,300 feet. That's about 1,920 meters above sea level. And then Mount Teton is at 13,775 feet. That's 4,200 meters, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. However, the temperatures obviously are not the best for camping, especially for someone that's been in Mexico for the last couple months. But either way, we survived. Our mini split keeps up no problem. We don't have a diesel heater. We might add one, just to have a secondary heat source because the mini split is great up till about minus 10, minus 12, and then it starts taking a lot more power because it has to defrost. Yeah, anyway, we survived. We were warm. We were at like 76 Fahrenheit last night, all night. We took about 20% battery. So as long as the sun shines, we have no problem keeping up. So as far as wildlife goes, yesterday we saw huge herds of elk, but I really want to see a bison. I say bison, some say bison, some say diesel, some say diesel. Kind of the same. Anyway, that's my main point. I want to see a bison. And I've never seen one, even in Canada, even though Canada does have some of the higher populations of naturally sustained bison. I believe a lot of them in the US were actually reintroduced into the ecosystems because there was like maybe 20 of them left from back when the European settlers essentially killed them all, ran them off mountains, and just pretty much used them for their tongues and maybe their pelts. But yeah, there wasn't a lot. But anyway, now there's apparently, so I talked to a park guide yesterday at the hot spring, and she said that you're almost guaranteed to see one. She says we don't obviously say that to people when they're guiding, but yeah, man, I'm out of breath, and this elevation is not typical for us Kanakistanians, you know? But that backdrop is pretty dang beautiful. It was chilly last night, minus 11, and we're gonna go check out Grand Teton. But first, for those of you guys that know these LMTVs, they don't like to start when it's that cold. So hopefully it starts. Let's give it a shot. That was close. I thought it wasn't gonna start, but thankfully it started. Now we're gonna let it warm up a little bit, build some air. Obviously, minus 11 degrees Celsius is cold. That's like 12 Fahrenheit, right? And yeah, this truck does not have a block heater, and the grid heater isn't wired up. So Yeah, diesel baby. We got it going. So we're just getting off our leveling blocks here. And then we're gonna head on out. Guys, that is Teton Mountain. Pretty huge. 13,775 feet. Amazing. It's quite beautiful.
So right away when you notice that there's a bunch of people parked on the side of the road, there must be something there, and clearly there is. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't even know if you can see it. But
That's
something there. What is it?
An elk.
It's an elk.
Or a moose.
It's a moose.
It's a moose.
There's two. One sitting.
Best part of owning LMTV right here. Wish I could auctioneer because that's how fast your money goes. I'll shake it off, you know? $62. Okay.
We drove through Grand Teton to see what we could. Even with most of the park still closed, these peaks never disappoint. But with Yellowstone entrance still shut for the season, our only option now is to backtrack through Jackson and take the long way around to West Yellowstone. This means climbing up and over Teton Pass, a steep, winding stretch of road that tops up over 8,400 feet.
Oh my gosh. This is steep. So the grade up here is 10%. It's pretty scary. It would be pretty scary coming down here. And you're not allowed to come through Teton Pass with a trailer. So campers, nothing is allowed with a trailer. And I can see why. We're getting pretty warm fast. I have cracked the heater. That obviously helps. And then we'll see here. We'll need to keep an eye out on our temp. We can't go any faster than 45 kilometers an hour. So we're working for it, but that's all right. Slow and steady wins the race.
With colder weather creeping up ahead, we made a last-minute call to take a detour west toward Idaho Falls. Yellowstone isn't open yet anyway, so we figured we'd chase a bit of sunshine before heading north.
Good enough for the girls' eye date. This will be camp for the night. We kind of went a little bit of a detour because if we go to, like, say the shorter route from Jackson to Yellowstone, or West Yellowstone, essentially it's going to be much colder there, and I just don't want to deal with the cold. Minus 11 degrees Celsius is, I hate that. But anyways, we found camp for the night. It's quite a nice spot. It's right on the Snake River, and we're just going to stay here, I don't know, a couple days and see what we do. Big thing is going to be Yellowstone opens on Friday. It's currently Tuesday today, so we definitely want to stay out here while it's still warm. See, that's the beauty of this truck is you just park it. There's no setup required. You pull out the deck. That's as much as you're required to really set up. So not a lot. Had a great night's rest here last night. It was nice and warm compared to all the other nights. But this morning we're just gonna quickly, I'm gonna make some coffee and then we're gonna go for a quick walk. Enjoy the silence. You can kind of hear the highway, which is about a mile away, but it doesn't bother me. It's nice and sunny. Really can't complain. Some of these houses up here too, it's like a dream. Just a dream. Beautiful. Let's make this coffee and then we'll go on our morning walk. Not too bad for living on the road. I think that's better than 95% of people's coffees from home, because people love to drink instant coffee and I don't. It's kind of a quiet spot where we're at. The only thing is it's kind of like a access road right here. And people seem to not care. They just rip. My biggest thing is, what if the dog is out here, or who knows. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyways, we're gonna go on a little walk. I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. And the dog and the kid need their exercise. So we're gonna give him a little walk, and the kid has to go to sleep after that. So let's see some of these views. He's at an age right now where he wants to get into dirt, wants to get into water, pick up the biggest rock he possibly can. And if it doesn't work, he starts screaming. It's a fun time. Y'all parents know. Like that. And he loves trenches too. Come on, let's go. Here's another site. It's a little smaller for like smaller rigs, more shaded. We kind of like having a little gopher or pack rat. Yeah, this is a nice spot too. Right on the river. They're all free. I don't feel the breeze here in the trees, but when you're kind of like right on the river, there's I think it's a northern breeze coming through, so it's chilly. Definitely supposed to cool off tonight, be like 30 Fahrenheit, I think. It's -1. Not terrible. Come on, buddy, let's go. And he's off.
It's another camp spot right here. Not on the river, but big spot.
back from our walk now. I think I'm just gonna set up a chair and kind of sit and watch the river. Maybe I'll see some fish jumping. I saw some last night. They didn't appear too big, but I don't have a fishing license, so I'm not going to risk Fish and Wildlife coming by and slapping me with a huge ticket and taking my rods away. So I'm just gonna enjoy the view instead of enjoy the view and fish.
Well guys, this is where we'll wrap up this week's video. Not every week is packed with adventure, and that's just part of life. We were really hoping to explore Grand Teton, but the park's still closed for the season. So for now, we're hanging tight in the area, waiting for Yellowstone to open up. We definitely don't want to roll past without seeing it. Thanks for tagging along with us, and we'll see you in the next one.
After a little walk and our relaxing session outside, I got a haircut and the wind picked up and it's been just ripping. So we are probably just gonna relax inside again. That's kind of the name of the game in spring. Tons of wind and unpredictable weather. Anyway, catch you later.